all the news all the time, and there's an interesting story that's come out today looking at Chris Pratt and Harrison Ford. And the article is talking about Harrison Ford receiving a lot of attention this week because he's turning 80. Happy birthday. And that's resulted in a lot of people wishing him happy birthday. But the question I think being raised is, what happens after the next film? He started to film the Indiana Jones 5, which is going to come out in next year, June time next year. But people are saying Chris Pratt is due to take over. They're saying Chris Pratt, but he explained the reason how Harrison Ford has factored into his decision not to take over as the whip-wielding archaeologist. I mean, do you think Chris Pratt could be the Indiana Jones, or do you think the whole franchise should just shut down with Harrison Ford when he retires? Would you be happy watching another another Indiana Jones? See, in my mind, they're linked. Would you be happy with him putting on the fedora and fighting the old Nazis to get the old Ark of the Covenant? Chris Pratt was saying he's a bit worried if he was going to take over the role, because he said they aren't doing any Indiana Jones. All I know is I once saw a quote from Harrison Ford, and I don't even know if it was really him, but it was enough to scare me. And he said, "When I die, Indiana Jones dies." And so Chris Pratt is thinking, so if Chris Pratt plays Indiana Jones and then Harrison Ford dies, Indiana Jones dies, and therefore Chris Pratt dies, and that's what he's kind of worried about. But really, do we just let the Indiana Jones franchise end, or do we try and push forward with a new character? Doesn't have to be Chris Pratt. Who else could you see playing the role? Has to be someone brave and swashbuckling and that sort of thing, stoic and gruff, or can we change it up entirely and have something fresh? I do like the hat, the old fedora. So let's have a little look at some interesting images that have come out recently. This is back in the day, the original one, and now we're looking at this is the new screenshot from the new Indiana Jones 5, and the images here, it features Harrison Ford back in his classic outfit. Is he back in the outfit? It looks very fedora. He's got a backpack, he's got a torch, he's got the trousers on. He's okay. So he's back in the classic outfit in a beautiful silhouette image. Check out Indy back in action. Yeah, I was reading some stuff about movie posters that they need to be this black and yellow. Is very draws the attention to it. So that just might be coincidence. But we see the image of Harrison Ford walking on the bridge as a beam of yellow tinted light comes from above, highlighting his memorable profile. It is reminiscent of Spielberg often playing with light and shadows when the character enters the scene in previous Indiana Jones films. So yeah, there you go. Indiana Jones. He's in some sort of cave. I'm thinking that's a cave. So where the storyline is, I'm not sure. If we have a little look, so we've got, if it's official, Harrison Ford is back in the studio. Indiana Jones 5 is confirmed and filming plan is in place. This article is quite old when I was looking through it, but it's stating that the Indiana Jones is making the rounds online, but it's been confirmed, filming has started. If we look at this, is coming from Star Wars Leaks. We've got some Indiana 5 set photos here. Well, this is very interesting. I was looking at these. This is a JCB, but it's backwards, which means the image has been mirrored. We've got some wood for building sets. We've got some storage boxes down here. This looks like a massive door, half of a massive door. Usually they come in two, so I'm thinking this is a castle door, and we're on a castle. Very interesting. What else have we got going on? We've got this thing. This looks like, I was looking into it. It looks like a Norman style British English castle from around the 1066 and earlier period. This looks like sandstone or ragstone. This looks like sort of windows for shooting arrows out of. I can't remember the name from them. Embouchure or something. they're probably called. Internally, it looks like it's been burned. It's a curved structure, and then we've got this calculation going on this side. I don't know what this little thing is here. I did some further research trying to find out what this thing is. It seems it's Bamber Castle in Northumberland. So I had like a little peek at these pictures, a little bit more detail, and yeah, so that's what we've seen. This is the castle itself. This is Bamber Castle in Northumberland. Obviously this is the coastline, this is the front side of the castle, and this is the back side of the castle, and I think that thing is what we were just looking at, this curved structure and this slope leading down. If I show you the first photos, notice this little walkway and curved structure and stonework. I think the set designers have built this on top of this platform. If I come back to that, I think it's that thing. So this is Bamber Castle, which is this, and it's a Norman stronghold. It was even earlier than Norman period. It was Anglo-Saxon, so that's 547 AD, so 547 years Anno Domini, which is after the birth of Christ, so essentially 547, up till 1066, which is the Battle of Hastings, when the Norman king invaded the UK from France. So that was 1066, so that's called the Anglo-Saxon period, and then after it, it became the Norman period because of the invasion of people from Normandy. So this is a Norman castle. There it is. Let's have a little look back at this picture. Yeah, very old, very legitimate castle. Has got this gun mounted here, which I don't think is original at all. But yeah, very nice castle. And there's some interesting images. Some can't quite find them at the moment. But if we look in, there we look inside it. There's this massive doorway, which I think is going to have those doors put in place. I don't think they can fit anywhere else. If we have a little look back here, these doors. So, what is going to go on? What is the story? I do not know. But you've got this royal fortress, a Norman stronghold, a coastal home. It's existed for 1,400 years. It spans 9 acres of land on a rocky plateau next to the coast. We've got some lovely original armour, and we've got some very old history in this, obviously, in this place. Oh, that's the original keep. Oldest surviving part of the castle, yeah. 11-foot thick walls. Wow. So there you go. There's a little picture of it here. Difficult to attack from this side. So yeah, interesting castle. Interesting information about the Indiana Jones film as it's coming up. Is Harrison Ford, what's going to happen when he retires? Is Chris Pratt going to take over the role? Is someone else going to take over the role? Are the general public, like you and me, are we going to be accepting a new Indiana Jones, or is that the end of it? And yeah, could it be Chris Pratt? Maybe Chris Helmsworth? Thor? So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on this, and are you looking forward to it? And if you found anything interesting, press the old like button and the subscribe button and the notification button, and I will catch you guys later.